All right, Ruthless fans. Wow, this is getting pretty crazy on here. Well, then again, it has been wild, but the finale was something else. Make sure you take a moment to like the video, hit subscribe, click the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. And follow me on social media. Links are in that description box below. Seems like Lacey wants to pull a Zane and leave the compound despite warnings of how dangerous that will be. I mean, if you ever watched the movie Life, then you know what happens when one tries to escape a compound. Pow pow, pow pow, as Tasha Mack from the game would say. Now, let me put it this way. It's understandable why Lacey wants to leave, especially after finding out she was just pretty much sent to be raped in order to get money for the compound. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because we know how Oliver and Lacey feel about each other, and we know the lengths that Oliver will go through in order to protect her. And given what happened in the cliffhanger ending, yeah, it would be pretty just odd if, let's say, Lacey attempts to escape and gets killed as a result of that, or gets put in a punishment trailer or whatever. It really wouldn't make sense based off of, like, Oliver kills Lilo for no reason because the woman that he loved, the woman that he enraged over, leading to what he did to Lilo, gets killed off. But then again, it's like it doesn't really matter because Lilo being killed means a greater threat in the cartel will come to the compound's front door. So either way it works, but I just don't see it happening that way. I feel like Oliver will let Lacey know what he did for her, but he just doesn't know that Lilo was only like the first domino that topples over, not knowing that there's a second or third. Basically, these cartel members might do even worse by Lacey and these other women than Lilo did. And it's pretty wild to think about. It really is wild to think about. I think Lacey's probably going to live. I mean, hopefully she doesn't pull a Paula with the bleach or whatever, but it's like a lot of people are having their eyes open to what this compound is really about. It isn't the quite heaven on earth. It's more like hell on earth once they really get to the nitty gritty. And when it's almost like, I don't know if they've ever explained it. Did they ever explain how Tally began to open her eyes to what the compound was really like? I mean, that's kind of what it feels like when it comes to Lacey. Like, obviously the circumstances she went through obviously opened up her eyes. But then it seems like a few of these other newbies, they just don't know. I mean, it's almost like these naive individuals, they come in looking for a way out of reality. But then when the reality of what the compound is really about hits them, they want to leave. But then it's either almost like, what's it called? You either adapt or you die or something like that. Because you got to look at people like River and whatnot, who obviously have their own kind of selfish desires, but they're playing the game in order to play the system. It's almost like what's happening in Wall Street right now when you think about it. So I feel like Lacey will probably try to escape, but Oliver's probably going to catch up to her, let her know what he did, and go from there. Now, I did a video about Oliver killing Lilo, and at the very end I debunked what people were saying about it being a dream or him just thinking he did that to Lilo, but he really didn't. It actually would be a good red herring if he did, because of the fact that you got to look at the cliffhanger episode where Lilo was telling Oliver to open the trunk, and then the cliffhanger was, oh my god, is that Lacey? But then it was a blow up doll. So what if it turns out the ending was actually what Oliver was thinking he would do, but it turned out not to be the case at all? But I don't think so. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Lacey's going to try to escape? And if so, will she be captured or killed? Or will Oliver prevent her from doing something stupid? So, if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And with that being said, I'll talk to you next time.